in down here. Oh, hi.
And with this ring.
That was fun that I did.
We're gonna keep doing it. What did you hit a button, Frank?
I turned studio mode on and it
Oh.
started it.
Yeah, you
No,
can't do that. You can't do that mid thing.
no. Yeah, but you said you had a new transition, so I was like waiting for that and it didn't transition.
Oh, it's because I didn't do it this week.
I see that.
But hey, everybody, thanks for finding the geek spot. I'm Jack. That's Frank over there
Yes.
with the fancy clothes
Yeah,
shirt.
it's 6'7",
He's got a 6'7" shirt. Look, I'm representing a little more old school.
What does that say? Ewok?
No.
It's backwards. You know that, right? Oh, it says Nerf.
See, it's not that many letters. It's not like it's like, does this say expeditiously or expeditious?
I had to think about it.
Hello to our friends in the chat, Charles. Good to see you as
Hi.
always. I'm sure we'll have some more friends dropping by as we go. But thanks for finding the Geek Spot. As I said, if you're listening on the audio-only podcast version, thanks for finding us there too. Make sure you give us a like, tell a friend, comment after the fact if you get the chance to join us. We're always live at some point, usually Monday nights at 7 here on YouTube and Facebook. But make sure you stop by and join the conversation live one of these days. We'd love to see you. Before we get into too much stuff, though, Frank, what have you been up to, man?
Oh my God. Let's see. I had a big hole in the wall and I patched that and it doesn't look great, but it's not a hole anymore. Now it's just white plaster looking stuff.
Do I want to know how you got a hole in the wall?
Mud. Yeah, no, it was so the way I hate how my house is laid out. I don't like the layout of it. And the dining room table, we used to have kind of in the middle of the dining room, and then you had to walk sideways to get through it. But since there's literally no one but me and my son in the house, and then, well, my mom, we had pushed the dining room table against the wall, and there was a chair there. And at some point, I must have bumped the table, and it indented into the wall.
Got it.
So it wasn't so much a hole, but it was just a nice bit. So it's been there for like 2 years. So I finally got around to fixing that the other day. Yesterday, cooked steak for the first time. I'm 54 years old, and this is the first time I have ever cooked steak.
What cut did you cook? There's a lot of steaks.
I got 2 ribeye slices from Acme, so it's not the most high quality meat or the thickest cut, but it was a cut. And my new cast iron pans, not new, but like my guy at work re-seasoned them, and oh, it was delicious. It was really good. Yeah, it came out good. And I got the early edition of Forza Horizon 6, so I've been driving around Japan.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous game. They have an auto drive feature now, so instead of holding the trigger and driving 6 miles to the next thing, you literally can just turn on auto drive and just kind of sit back and watch your fast cars zoom all over the place.
Oh, that's cool. You can't just hit a button and go next.
No, you have to unlock places before you can get the fast travels. But it's all about the collecting cars and doing the races, and then the game will tell you, "Hey, you're winning a lot. Do you want to up the difficulty?" And I'm like, "No, I'm having fun winning." And this is a single player part of the game, so no, keep it on this easy difficulty, please.
There you go.
That's all. What about you?
Nice. They had some flu-like disease thing running through the house for the last week, so that's been fun and lingering all across the board. So not a ton, other than a couple gigs over the weekend, filled in with my buddies in Super Train Friday night, do all 90s and 2000s stuff. That was a fun time, and then had another private-ish show out at a campground on Saturday with a fun little trio, some of the guys from Fab Fly. And then yesterday, went and took in a Union 2 game.
I saw
Due to the World Cup, the Union 2 is not playing at the regular stadium. They are on in the sportsplex next to it. Still a nice field. But it was weird seeing guys that like I've watched on TV and like play against Messi, like on basically what's a nice high school field.
Yeah.
It's very weird. I was like, this kid who can't stop these shots from these 15-year-olds. Like
Yeah.
I've watched Messi before. Like it's very surreal.
That's kind of cool though.
Yeah, like that part of it, I was like, this is an odd experience. But other than that, not a ton else going on. Busy week this week, but last week was not too crazy. So that's where we're at. We got all sorts of stuff to cover today. We got The Boys
Yay.
ultimate episode. We're closing in on the finale. We'll give our thoughts on whether we think that's going to stick the landing or not.
And we'll give the betting odds on who survives because I found that on Polymarket.
Nice. We had the Punisher special dropped right after our show last week, so
We did.
all the new and exciting MCU information we got from that show. I'm sure we'll deep dive into all of that news. We got a new trailer that dropped today.
We did.
For Lanterns, which
You've said so far, I'm excited about.
I'm gonna pull our list into that this week. I'm gonna make a run at doing the list this week, so we will hit that
I like it.
momentarily on there. And then I finished Strange New Worlds through season 3, so we'll
I love that.
we'll talk through that too. And then I got to pick something to binge watch. I'm sure Frank has all the latest on the Dutton Ranch and what's going on down there.
I do actually.
I had no doubt.
Listen, I'll talk about it.
We'll get to all that, but first off, as we do every week, let's hit into our list. So tied into the Lanterns trailer this week, I pulled from comicbook.com, so not cosmicbook.com, the much less reputable source.
Yeah.
For information. Comicbook.com gave a ranking in the last year or so of the 10 best Green Lanterns.
Okay.
So I know who mine would be. I'm intrigued to get your thoughts here.
I literally,
and if you know who any of them are. So
Yeah.
let's see how we get through the list.
let's go with that because I can tell you who my favorite Green Lantern is because it's really the only one I'm super familiar with. That's just Hal Jordan.
Which one is that?
That's only Hal.
Okay.
Jordan. But I want to see if I know. Now, are these all Green Lanterns or are these different color lanterns in this list? These are the Green Lanterns.
They have all been Green Lanterns at some point.
Gotcha.
Number 10, and this is, hold on. This is best, not most powerful. There are a lot of most powerful lists out there.
Gotcha.
This is best Green Lanterns. Number 10, Sinestro.
I know him. He's the yellow bad guy.
Right. Well, he was originally a Green Lantern.
He was, and then he went bad. I saw that in the Ryan Reynolds movie.
Yeah, he originally trained Hal.
Right.
And then he ended up going bad. But he has been back and forth over the years, as you do when you write 60 some odd years of stories.
Sure.
For the Green Lantern. So there we have number 10, Sinestro. I think that's questionable to give him number 10, but we'll leave it there. Number 9 is one I'm not familiar with. Saranic Yatu, who is the daughter of Sinestro.
Yeah, I got nothing there.
Yeah, she came along fairly recently.
But she's better than Sinestro in this list.
Is what it seems.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Sinestro never great Lantern. He was very powerful,
right.
But never great. He was originally kicked out for being a fascist.
I was going to say, wasn't he kind of a dick?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, though Hal Jordan, one of the biggest dicks in the universe. So we'll see how this works out as we go through this list.
Hi, Pete.
We skipped 8. We skipped 8 on this list for some reason. All right, this list might be questionable. There's no number 8. Just maybe they had to delete number 8 because they did something bad.
Okay.
Is Sodam Yat, who I do know. He is in the future with the Legion of Superheroes. He got brought in at some point. He is part of the prophecy of Blackest Night, which was a Green Lantern run they did in the comics. where they brought in the black rings and brought a bunch of people back to life to kind of reset things.
Okay.
He was a Daxamite, which, if you remember,
I
our
remember what a
Supergirl watch.
Daxamite is from
Who,
Supergirl.
who was a Daxamite? Do you remember?
Mon-El was a Daxamite, wasn't he? Wait, it was
There we
Mon-El.
go. Mon-El is a
Oh.
Daxamite. All the same powers as Superman, but can't stand a lead pencil.
Look at that. I am so good at my superhero-ness.
So that was him. He was introduced here and there in a couple different stories and everything. But they use him. Oh, he is number 8. They just don't know how to use numbers in this list.
Gotcha.
Number 7, we have Jessica Cruz, who is going to be the star of the new My Friend Green Lantern.
Okay.
Which is kind of probably going to spin off of this season of My Adventures with Superman. So sorry, it's My Adventures with Green Lantern.
Okay.
The new animated kids-focused Green Lantern show. She's been a Green Lantern for a while now. She got introduced, I want to say, in the late 90s, early 2000s after Kyle Radner and Simon Baz, and then it was her that was introduced. Became one of the 2 main lanterns of Earth, because if you've ever read a comic book, you know that Earth is the center of everything.
Yes.
And problematic. So it needs more people to help than, even though Green Lanterns are usually for an entire sector of space, Earth gets like 15, depending on when they're
Right. Right.
So not familiar with Jessica Cruz?
No. Nope.
All right. This next one you should know is number 6 is Kilowog, according to this list.
Wasn't that that's an alien, right?
Yes.
Was he in the Ryan Reynolds movie?
He was. Big, huge, pig-looking kind of guy.
Okay.
Says Poozer a lot and things like that.
Okay.
That's his kind of his gimmick. He has been kind of the drill sergeant of the Corps, the Green Lantern Corps, the last few years, as he's been training, and that's kind of what they've made him into. But he's always been a fan favorite character. We have him at number 6 going in there. I would not be surprised if they sneak him into this show, or at least is referenced somewhere in the show. We already got the reference for Chip, the squirrel, Green Lantern. So we'll see if we get a Kilowog reference. I'm sure we will. He's a very popular Green Lantern. Number 5, for all the kids from the 90s that read their comics and started up then, Kyle Rayner. Are you familiar with Kyle at all? So Kyle replaced John and Hal back in the 90s, when every comic book in DC decided, hey, we need to kind of reinvent ourselves and make things a lot more popular and younger, and reintroduce all these characters. So Kyle Rayner was where they went with Green Lantern. He is actually, his comic book is the reason why they call fridging.
Oh.
You heard the term for fridging the love interest?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Yeah. So that was a Kyle Rayner storyline in the 90s, where they took and introduced his love interest, and then he literally found her dead in the refrigerator.
That's amazing.
And that, has been a trope ever since. But when they used him, kind of like, mainly because when they reintroduced Flash as Wally West and really established him, we're like, all right, I don't think we're going to bring Barry back anytime soon. They brought in Kyle to be kind of that same age range.
Right.
And then he was a Teen Titan. They did all sorts of things with him. He has been off and on. They don't really know what to do with him.
Gotcha.
As they go through. T, good to see it. Number 4 on this list of the best Green Lanterns, Guy Gardner.
Okay. Is that a good spot for him? Obviously, I know him.
I think that's high.
Okay.
However, they have, and I think we talked about this when Superman came out, they've done so much with Guy Gardner as far as retconning him.
Right.
And they haven't known what to do with him because, as I said, there's only supposed to be 1 Green Lantern per sector. So they have to keep reinventing Guy Gardner. There was a long stretch where they found out that he wasn't human. He was only partially human and partially from this other warrior race, and they reinvented him as a character named Warrior. And gave him all these powers from that, where he could bulk up and use rage, and then he became a Red Lantern for a while. They've done a lot with Guy. They've given him so many brain injuries at this point to retcon his personality.
Now, do you think he got a resurgence because of the Superman movie and Nathan Fillion, so he's higher up on the list. Hey T. So do you think that because of the Superman movie, he bumped him
This
up?
list was right when that movie came out, so probably.
Yeah, it's because
But
Nathan Fillion portraying him helps.
yeah, he's always been popular in the comics. They've always kept him around. They just
Right.
don't know what to do with him.
Gotcha.
All right, number 3 on this list, Jon Stewart.
Okay. That's the guy from Arrow.
Sure, maybe. But so John Stewart, very
Jon
long
Stewart,
time
I
Green
know.
Lantern.
Yes,
You know,
Jon Stewart.
been a Green Lantern since the 70s, but really became popular with Justice League Unlimited
Right.
when they chose him as the Green Lantern for the animated universe there. And what I didn't realize, and we'll talk about this when we get to the trailer too, because I knew Jon Stewart as a architect, and that was why he was such a good Lantern, because he could create things in cities and all these things,
Yeah.
right, that nobody else could. However, when I'm watching the trailer today, I say, wait a minute, why is this dude a Marine? And why is he a sniper? That was apparently introduced during the Justice League Unlimited cartoon. And then everybody's favorite writer, Jeff Johns, decided, ooh, we should put that into the comic books and make that and retcon his origin. So now he was a Marine vet who then decided to become an architect on the GI Bill.
Okay.
But he wasn't. They also redid his thing where he wasn't able to be a Lantern because he was too arrogant and fighting and talked back too much, and like a lot of retconning from what the original Jon Stewart was. Like I don't love that they've redone his personality that way.
I'm going to assume that the TV show is going to go towards the Marine version based on the trailer.
Based on the trailer, get a lot of Marine Jon Stewart stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see. But I've always liked the character, but I don't know enough about this newer version of him, it seems. So we'll see how that goes. Number 2, if you remember my first appearance on Nerd Radio Revolution?
Almost. Flip them.
Nerd Revolution Radio.
There you go.
The first podcast I showed up with Frank, the question from the then host was, who is your favorite comic character? Do you remember the answer? It's been like
Dude,
8 years, 8 years.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been the number on your shirt. My answer though was Golden Age Green Lantern Alan Scott, who is number 2 on this list.
So if you add the Nerd podcast with this one, we're at almost 300.
Yeah,
you weren't there for all those. That was all me, mostly.
Yeah, true. Well, we did do a whole Arrow rewatch on there though. So that was you and me.
Watch, but yes, that was fun.
Yeah.
I remember.
So Alan Scott, which I hope we get somewhere in this gun universe, if it sticks around for more than another 2 years. We'll see what happens. Alan Scott was the original Green Lantern, not ever part of the Green Lantern Corps.
Okay.
And then his power set was rewritten as time progressed because he wasn't part of the Corps. So he is now a character called Sentinel. But they keep going back and forth between Sentinel and Green Lantern, and his is more like a magic base. His, as opposed to the color yellow, which is still the silliest thing ever, which is what all the other Green Lanterns are weak to. His weakness is wood.
Just wood.
Like regular wood. So like
really suck for him on Earth.
Well, so one of his main nemesis, who ends up actually being the parent of Obsidian and Jade, his kids, is Thorn, who was a character Rose and Thorn, and she used wooden thorns was her her weapon of choice. So we had that with Alan Scott. Also,
would kick his ass.
Yeah, so in his kids, major players and all sorts of things. One of his Obsidian was a character for a hot minute on Legends of Tomorrow. He was part of the Justice Society. Obsidian was when they introduced that. That couple weeks.
Yes.
They've done some great stuff with him lately. Been reinventing his origin story. They did one introduced him in the Red Lantern. He has come out as gay in the comics, and they've done a lot to rework his history. To work that in, and have done some really great storylines. utilizing that and being in the World War II because they have to justify how these guys from the Justice Society are still around. The only ones naturally still around are him and the Flash. But Alan Scott, I'm okay with him being at number 2 on this list if we're counting him with the rest of the Green Lanterns that are part of the Corps. And number 1, who's left that we haven't mentioned yet, do you think?
Just the only Green Lantern I actually know anything about.
There you go. They have Hal Jordan listed as the number 1.
Okay.
So, and I don't know that I would go with that as far as best. He's the one they haven't managed to get rid of yet, where he keeps coming back. We left a few off this list. Simon Baz, Joe Mullen is another newer one. Those two have both been around the last 20 some odd years as they keep reintroducing characters. Now Hal Jordan is, he's been a Lantern. He stopped being a Lantern a few times. He took over and became the embodiment of fear for a while as Parallax in the comics and wrecked everything, caused Final Crisis, all sorts of stuff. Destroyed Coast City. Then they decided, hey, we're going to bring him back and make him the good guy again. So, and we will see Hal as apparently the grizzled old miserable veteran in about 2 months as we get to the Green Lantern trailer, and then we'll hit news. What are your thoughts?
I actually really liked it. I like the grounded tone. I'm really a big fan of Kyle Chandler. He can play this Hal Jordan. Was Hal Jordan Spectre?
Hal did become the embodiment of the Spectre after he was Parallax.
Right.
He was brought back and saved Oliver Queen after Oliver Queen died by blinking him out of existence and saving him and bringing him back. But yeah, Hal was the Spectre for a little while after that Parallax thing.
So I like the grounded tone. I don't hate the fact that the costume was a muted green because maybe he just didn't light it up. Like maybe he wasn't maybe he wears it and then when he uses his powers, the costume gets brighter. Maybe it's just an old costume. I don't know. There's so many people that are just like, costume. What? I like Kyle Chandler plays a really good asshole.
Yeah.
He really does. And it seems like they're really leaning into the Hal Jordan's a grizzled old jerk.
Yeah, look, that's the Gunniverse favorite.
Right. But there can be only one, right? On Earth, supposedly.
I mean, we'll see how they...
Because there's
already Guy
there's
in the
Guy,
trailer.
And Guy visits Hal?
I don't know. It looks like somebody in jail. I don't know.
But there's going to be a at least two time period story where we get Hal back in the day when Hal was like the Green Lantern. And then now in the present or whatever time period it is where he's training John Stewart to be the new Green Lantern.
Right.
I'm interested in it. I think it looks good, but I also am a sucker for these things.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because the two of them are contemporaries. And
Right.
those two and Guy were all at the same time considered for the original ring from Abin Sur when he crashed on Earth in the comics. Like and then later there's been ones to introduce as the younger one. So I'm intrigued. This is I understand the draw for John Stewart.
Sure.
But if we wanted to do the age piece, it could have been interesting to do either Kyle Rayner. It could have been interesting to do Joe Mullen, Jessica Cruz, Hal Jordan and Jessica Cruz. Then you could have gotten a lot of really interesting play that you could have done with the cultural differences, with the age difference, with the man-woman. Like, there's a lot of things you could have played there. I think it'll be good with the John Stewart piece. But yeah, it's weird for me because I didn't expect Aaron Pierre, right? To be playing what feels to me like just his character from Rebel Ridge.
Okay.
Is really watching the trailer today. It felt like I was like, oh, they're going to use Rebel Ridge as a prequel to this and name that character John Stewart. which Rebel Ridge is great. But as I said, I didn't know that they had retconned in all this Marine
Right.
military experience into John Stewart's background.
Now, isn't it a thing that the Ring chose Hal, but the Green Lantern Corps chose John? This is the first time that the Ring didn't choose the wearer, that the Corps chose the wearer. If I read correctly, and I did not do a deep dive on this, I wasn't looking for hidden Easter eggs. I kind of stopped really doing that with shows and movies before they come out because there's so much AI slop out there that it's like every day there's another like AI article saying that, oh, this person, I hate it. That's the part of AI I despise.
It is supposedly yes. Yeah, I mean, at least on Earth, and that's because Hal did something stupid and lost his way, and so they had to replace him with John for a minute in the comics. So what they did, but Guy was the original choice. But again, they've retconned that so many times. It's really hard to keep track of the Guy Gardner storyline in it. And it looks like Laura Linney is the representation of the Guardians of the Universe. Which is interesting because they're usually like little blue guys with huge heads and white hair and big red robes. So I guess Laura Linney's a little more grounded.
Yeah, unless it's like a hologram, like not a hologram, but you know what I mean. Like it's a
projection.
How they're projecting her.
You know who John Stewart would want to see, an old white lady, is who he would want to see as his embodiment of a guardian of the universe. Yeah,
of course.
It's probably what they thought. They were like, you know what, he would like this. So, and T says after seeing this trailer, he does not like Aaron Pierre in this role. So I'm intrigued to know more about that.
I'm hoping that the show is light years better than the trailer, because there's a lot of unhappy people online. Well, I mean that's a
what?
Odd
no, it's such a happy, protective, encouraging place online.
It is, especially social media. We'll find out in 2 months, right?
Yeah, a little over. I will give their version a shot because I don't have a choice because I don't work for DC, or the HBO or any of those places. So, I'll watch it when it comes out. I like my Green Lantern closer to, I guess the vibe that the Ryan Reynolds movie had, because my Green Lantern's cosmic and like space and cool shit and building huge hammers and drills and super fun stuff. Not making a counterfeit 20 to request a tune.
I thought that was funny.
It is. It's just like
pretty freaking funny.
But like I also, and I've talked about it before, right? Like I also don't love the trope of like the grizzled old guy that's a dick that nobody likes and but he was a hero, but now he's all bitter. I'm like, oh, I don't know, it's okay. Only because we see it all the effing time. Like that's the storyline all the time.
Yeah, I think the show's going to be good too. I think the trailer is just going to be, yeah.
I don't need Hal Jordan to be the MCU's Wolverine. Like
that's true. That's a good
right because like I already got that storyline like in my media, so it's fine. We'll see where we get there. So yeah, do we have some news?
I do. News? I have some fun stuff. We were talking last week about Mr. Henry Cavill and how he is not a box office draw. And you went over the movies that had him in it. Well, he had another movie debut this weekend, In the Gray. And it's a thriller movie with Henry Cavill and Jake Gyllenhaal. Okay. And this movie cost an estimated $59 million to produce. Could be as high as $70 million. Now, T saw it and said it was a really good movie. I'm just going by this article that said if the 3-day haul from this movie is going to be, you want to take one guess at how much?
$3 million.
Exactly on the nose, $3 million. $3 million. This is his second worst wide domestic opening weekend overall. Now, his movies, I know we went over this list last week. I'm going to go by a couple. These are just his movie. It is a shame, T. We said the same thing last. I said it. I like him a lot as an actor. It's just his movies don't perform.
He's not a movie star.
He's not. So Immortals is his highest domestic debut at $32.2 million. That's his movie. Now, for some reason, Man of Steel isn't on here, but this is a breakdown. Oh, I'm sorry. These are the 10 worst wide release domestic debuts. I didn't read all that. I apologize. But Immortals is at the
best of his bottom worst 10.
His worst. The worst is The Cold Light of Day in 2012, 1.8 domestic, 16.9 worldwide. So, nice. Yeah, that's a shame because I do like him. I like him a lot, and he just, it's not working for him right now. Nothing. Yeah. He's just, and it's a Guy Ritchie movie, and like I said, T's a pretty good judge of movies.
It's also got Eliza Gonzalez from the Fast and Furious movies. Yeah. It has Budget Bardem. I mean Carlos Bardem, not Javier, but the other Bardem. I don't know if they're related. Fisher Stevens, if you remember him from his cultural appropriation in with Johnny Five back in Short Circuit and Short Circuit 2, and he played a Pakistani man. Oh, full accent and skin coloring.
Mm. I'm not going to believe
that might be why the movie didn't do well. Just karma on that side. And Rosamund Pike, who we love from Wheel of Time.
I do love her.
And the Scots lawn care guy from Game of Thrones.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Christopher
Norman.
Yeah. Sure.
Well, that's a shame. That's a shame for Henry. And at some point, I will watch that movie when it comes out on streaming because I'm just too lazy to go to the theater. I am going Saturday morning to see The Mandalorian and Grogu. But I'm going with my son.
Very nice. I'm going to go sometime before our next episode is my plan.
James Bond fans got an exciting update recently as they have finally begun auditioning for the upcoming movie.
Oh.
We have one confirmed actor to audition so far. Tom Francis.
Who?
There you go. Tom Francis is starring. He's most famous for starring alongside Nicole Scherzinger in Jamie Lloyd's version of Andrew Lloyd Webber's Sunset Boulevard.
Oh, that was on Broadway. So my kids saw him probably.
He's a Broadway guy. He's done a couple of small things. He did Hope Miller Theater, Rent. He did You, a TV series. He was in 4 episodes. Mm-hmm. He's in The Mosquito Bowl. It's in post-production.
Yeah, that's great.
The new James Bond must satisfy key elements. Okay? The key elements are, while we don't plan to comment on specific details during the casting process, we're excited to share more news with 007 fans as soon as the time is right. That's what Amazon has said. The chosen star will need to, and I quote, ooze sex appeal, and he should be able to act. So we want a hot, sexy man. If you can act, that's cool too.
I mean, so this guy doesn't even have a picture on his IMDb profile.
No. Over the past 5 years, several names were considered strong or rumored candidates, including Aaron Taylor Johnson, Callum Turner, Tom Holland, Lewis Partridge, and Jacob Elordi, as well as popular fan choices, Henry Cavill, Idris Elba, and Cillian Murphy. I think you can strike those 3 out. They want someone to do 3 to 5 pictures. The way movies are made today, all 3 of them age right out of this.
It's 50 years to do 3 to 5 movies at this rate.
Tom Holland's tied up for the next couple of years with Marvel, so you can strike him out of it.
He's too short. We tried him. We tried him in the Uncharted movie.
There's another one of those coming out too. Don't worry.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah. May 18th. That's today at 9 p.m.
It is today.
The Super Mario Galaxy movie will be released on digital PVOD.
Oh, cool.
You'll be watching that a couple times.
Amazing.
Yeah, it is.
No, I won't let anybody in my house know that it dropped until it's on regular streaming.
It on a budget of $100 million, it grossed $1.3 billion.
Sounds right.
It did a little bit better than the original Super Mario's movie.
It's way worse than the original Super Mario movie. So
Bob Hoskins movie. What?
Oh,
I mean, the original.
got it.
Dennis Hopper.
Look, I own that on DVD. It's fine. I think I got that along with episodes of the Super Mario show hosted by Captain Lou Albano during
my goodness.
during the 1980s.
Oh man. The Legend of Zelda movie. It is set to premiere March 26, 2027. It has been pushed to May 7th.
Still 2027?
Doesn't say.
Okay. That's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's going to release April 30th, 2027 instead of May 7th. I'm reading.
Oh, look.
I'm reading on the
so good. They're moving it up.
They're moving it up. It's so good. They're moving it up. I mean, okay. Like, I want to see it because I want to see it.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll watch it.
Adam Sandler is continuing. I wish I was his friend. God, do I wish I had known him. God, I wish I was. I would be set for life because Grown Ups 3 is announced for Netflix.
Oh my God.
Listen, I watch those movies every time they come on. If I'm just sitting there playing a game, like kind of zoning out, and I just need something like, especially on a Sunday, if I just need something distracting, while I'm playing like Diablo or something, I'll scroll through. And if it's not The Big Bang Theory, it's Grown Ups or Grown Ups 2, just for ease. And I don't have to pay attention because I've seen it and I know, that means Dan Patrick's getting a job. Chris Rock's got a job coming. Kevin Smith has a job. Kevin James. Did you know who the original choice to play Hopper was in Stranger Things?
To play Hopper?
The original choice, because David Harbour was not the first choice.
I don't know who the original choice was.
Billy Kudruff was the actual first choice.
Okay.
I could see it.
Yeah. Wait, Billy, which one?
Billy Kudruff. A Crudup. Crudup.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't know. No. I don't think he and Winona would have had the chemistry. He was in your show that you were watching, the morning show.
Yep, that I'm a season and a half behind. Yeah.
No.
It would definitely be a different show.
He's too pretty.
He's
to be Hopper, to be like the down like.
Yeah.
Though I guess it would just be a very different character, right? Like not as imposing, not as big,
right.
Just it would have been a completely different take on it because they're not even similar acting styles or build type or any. There's no similarity between the two that I can think of.
There's also supposedly a secret upcoming Stranger Things spinoff that the Duffer Brothers can't talk about yet.
Great. So I know my daughter keeps getting the toys and the Happy Meals from the TV show that she won't watch because she's too scared of it. Well, I mean, they made it's for kids, the new Stranger Things show, but it's like the kids fighting a Demogorgon in the Upside Down.
Yeah, that doesn't.
But it's a kid's show. I'm like, okay, great. I was like, maybe it's scary. I don't know.
And the last little thing I have is I have a cast list for the Batman 2, which is coming to theaters in 2042.
Yeah.
At this rate,
next year. It's on next October.
Yeah, that's what they say. And I was supposed to get a Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer today, and I didn't.
The day's not over yet, Frank.
Yeah, no, they were supposed to be pre-released. But anyway, so we have Robert Pattinson confirmed as Bruce Wayne and Batman. Yep. We have Jeffrey Wright as Jim Gordon, Andy Serkis as Alfred Pennyworth, Colin Farrell will be back as Oz Cobb, Jane Lawson will be playing Bella Riel.
Yep, she was in the last one too.
Gil Perez Abraham as Officer Martinez, and these to be determined roles, according to this page, Scarlett Johansson. I believe she was already confirmed as to who she was. Or
No. So they have not been official. There was a lot of talk on like Variety and Hollywood Reporter said we heard they're playing this person.
That's yeah. Okay, so Scarlett Johansson is confirmed to be in the movie, but we don't know who. Sebastian Stan is also confirmed to be in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Charles Dance, everybody's favorite father, and Brother Numsi from Coming to America.
Yeah, they're all projected as being
Two-Face's Dents, right?
the Dents. Yes.
Okay. Sebastian Koch and Brian Tyree Henry, all confirmed as TBDs.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay. I until I know who they're playing, I can't really say anything, right?
Yeah, if we are going the Dent route, I don't love.
Does that mean Bucky dies in Secret Wars? Oh no, wait. Sebastian Stan can continue to do Marvel movies and do Matt Reeves movies because they take forever to make and write. So there's no conflict.
I don't know that you get a Batman 3, so he's just got to do this one and he'll be fine.
I thought he was doing a trilogy.
Sure. I mean, it'll be a long time if we get. We'll see if this one delivers, right?
Yeah.
Look, it's Batman, so it should.
Right.
But we'll see what the level of thoughts on the DC in general are by then by the public. And look, most people don't. Shockingly, I know to all of our listeners and viewers, most people don't follow the show or these things as closely as we do, so they don't really give a shit. They say, "Oh, there's a Batman movie. You want to see the Batman movie? Let's go see the Batman movie."
Oh, it's a Twilight actor? Yeah, let's do that.
Right. Like that's most people's thoughts on it. And to the same point of like, if they do the Dent storyline, I'm like, oh great, another version of Long Halloween. Most people don't know they ever saw any version of the Long Halloween. They know they saw Tommy Lee Jones, they saw Aaron Eckhart, and now they're going to see Sebastian Stan as Two-Face. Great. Whereas for anybody that knows, they're like, oh, well, I watched the Long Halloween on this show, and they already did it in the Batman Part 1, but if you don't know, you'll just think it's a different serial killer, whatever. I don't know who Brian Tyree Henry will be. I think they're going to waste him in whatever role they put him in, is my guess.
I hope not.
Because I don't know what villain you make him into. And do we get the guy from Clayface in this, or is that not in this?
I don't think that's in his universe. I think that's in Gunn's.
Right, which would
universe.
Be way cooler if he did.
He could do a Clayface in his, and just there's more than one Clayface, right? And it is an Elseworlds thing, so but that would muddy I think that would muddy what he's doing over here.
It would.
He hasn't cast a Batman yet, I think, because he doesn't want to use the two.
Maybe, but like, how do you try and do all this and you not use like the linchpin of the whole, like I get it.
I don't know.
Like, we're not going to get a Wonder Woman. We're not going to get a Batman forever.
We are getting Wonder Woman.
Maybe.
Someday.
That was a rumor.
Well, they haven't. I don't think he cast her yet, but he's cast people, but they haven't been given roles, or we haven't been told the roles.
Yeah, we'll see
the only other thing I saw there's pictures of Oded Fahir and what's his name?
Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser working out at the gym. Brendan Fraser's committed to slimming down and getting into mummy.
They're going to be in their 90s by the time they film this movie at this rate. So
hey, he's putting into work. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, love Brendan Fraser. I just saw his I don't know how old that clip is. Did you see from one of the panels?
Yeah,
from some Comic-Con somewhere where he's talking about Harrison Ford.
Yes.
And how he got a call and got to be Harrison Ford's co-pilot.
Every Harrison Ford story is great. They're all so good.
And he's like, he let me hold the stick. He's like, I'm Chewbacca. It's great. It's so great. Go find that if you haven't seen it online. All right. So that brings us to the news. I'll hit real quick because we still have 2 full shows to talk about. Though I don't know how long we'll talk about Punisher. Hacks is setting up for the finale. We got 2 episodes left. Another just go watch Hacks. I love it. And they keep doing really smart things. And they've set the characters into a very interesting. A lot of the characters, her management team and things like that have gone into a really interesting place to close out the season. So I'm very intrigued to see where we end up to finish out with them for the series. Especially this is one of them that's in a really crappy spot. Is the creator of the show, so is played by the creator. I watched some Strange New Worlds. I finished up season 3.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't love getting so weird, wacky, cosmic-y, but I know that Star Trek did that more after, not in the stuff that I've watched, into these like, oh, well, we're the oldest beings, and I get we had to, spoilers.
They're bringing it back around this season to kind of more.
But like, I don't like. I get that they have to bring Paul Wesley along, but like, they keep they hang out with Kirk a lot for like no reason, and they never talk to the ship's captain. It's always the first. Okay, it's fine.
Well, the ship's captain got hurt.
No, but she's fine now. Maybe she was hurt. That was episodes ago.
Oh.
Yeah, she's fine in 9 and 10 because I watched 9 and 10. 9 I thought was a great Enemy Mine redo.
Yeah,
with Ortegas. I'm really glad she got
a great episode.
Yeah, I was excited she got some time to shine and for them to resolve her storyline that they had set up at the beginning of the season with the Gorn. I thought that was pretty cool. And then, but that was where now Spock and Kirk are like best buddies because they do the mind meld and all the things. And I was like, okay. In the episode before that I finished, because I had messaged you, the 4.5 Vulcans, where you get Patton Oswalt playing Patton Oswalt, because that's what he plays. But at the end, they do all these cutscenes of him and Spock in the end credits that were just brilliant. And then we get the New Life and New Civilizations, which I really thought the Doctor Begno, right,
and
was gonna be gone. But he made it through somehow. I thought that was their way to get rid of him and bring in a new Doctor next season.
Nope.
But nope, they're going to make something else tragic probably happen to him. Maybe he'll get a happy ending.
Maybe. I hope he does.
But I thought it was well done.
Listen,
I didn't love how cosmic it got. Like I said, like in the
what Star Trek
mythological and spirits and that stuff. But
I mean,
I knew they had to clear Pike's slate.
There was a Next Generation episode or two where they found like the people that created life in the universe, and like,
I know they do it every once in a while.
Always have to do something weird like that.
It was and it gave a non-tragic, even if bittersweet ending to Pike and what's her name's romance.
Yeah,
which they needed to do for Pike to get him to move on and do the next things now, because they got too embedded. I think they got too embedded in that storyline. And we're like, well, shit, how do we get out of this?
Well, once they saw, okay, we are only going this far, then we can kind of like you can string that along as long as you keep knowing that you have more seasons to go, but you do only have a finite amount of time in the universe to get to where he needs to get. Right. And the last season, I think, is a shortened season even for this. I think it was normally 10 episodes, right?
Yes.
I think the last season's only like 5 or 6. It really sucks.
That's lame.
Yeah.
I think it says 40. Is it 46 episodes total? It is. Yep. It'll be 6 episodes to the final season.
Which I think is just sucks for them. But
yeah. What did you think about the other info that I gave you?
I thought it's crazy. It absolutely is, because Leonard Nimoy looks ancient. Leonard Nimoy's old.
So what I found out for our listeners and viewers that weren't on our text thread, when the original series first came out, William Shatner and Leonard Nimoy were 35 years old. On this one now, our character Ethan Peck, I think, right? Who's playing Spock, is now in his 40s. He turned 40 this year. So when he started playing the character, he was a little younger. He was like in his early 30s.
Right.
By the time Strange New World started, he was already older than Leonard Nimoy was when the original series
Crazy.
started. Paul Wesley is a solid 10 years older than Shatner was when he started.
Which is just it's kind of crazy when you think about it.
And they both look and are playing substantially younger characters.
I
Versions
so
of the
hope,
character.
I really hope they get to do a year one or something. It doesn't look good right now, but it's all muddled up in the sale and all that crap. And Kurtzman doesn't have a contract.
No, well, these guys aren't. Look,
right?
there's a huge petition going around for Starfleet Academy now.
Yep. I didn't hate it either.
We didn't even get season 2 yet.
Yeah.
Look, there is a certain podcast that I used to enjoy listening to, and I for the comic book side, and they do a lot of Star Trek stuff too. And I went and listened to their first take on the first couple of episodes of Academy, and I'm like, well, I'm never listening to you again because you're just got super bigoted. And again, I was like, all right, I'm out.
Yep.
So
that's why I really didn't read anything online about it, because anything you looked at was really, really bad. Now on TikTok, I followed the guy that played, I don't know the names, the guy that played the Klingon, and he gave a lot of really good behind the scenes info and like really and he read a lot of the hate and just kind of shrugged it off. But there was a lot of really positive comments towards him. But I mean, he didn't shy away from reading the nasty stuff too. And I think that's pretty admirable to read the nasty stuff when you can just ignore it. I would read all our nasty reviews. I read our one nasty review that we had on Nerd Revolution Radio a couple times. It was hilarious.
Yeah. All right. That was that. Do you want to hit Boys or Punisher?
Do the Punisher. Get the Punisher out of the way.
All right. So Punisher dropped its one last kill last week, right after we had our episode, which was it was 40 some odd minutes. It was a Punisher story, not set in any certain time or place or reason or continuity or anything that we'd seen anything from the Punisher before. It was a lot of John Bernthal crying and grunting and yelling and emoting. And then there was like a John Wick action scene for like 20 minutes, and then it ended. And I guess he was done being Punisher again for reasons. Never really explained reasons. Because if this was after Daredevil season 1,
so it's
Born Again, there would be zero reason for him based on where he finished Daredevil Born Again season 1 and the progression his character took through that show to get to this point without a lot of stuff going down with him and the Anti-Vigilante Task Force.
According to Dario Scardapane, the showrunner for Daredevil Born Again, this slots in nicely before and during the events of season 2 of Daredevil Born Again.
Yeah, I don't.
But it's limited to only Little Sicily.
Right, because Frank said, "Screw everything else that I've been doing," and Karen and Matt.
It also takes place before Brand New Day.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it twice. The first time I hated it. I was really in a bad mood when I watched it. I was grumpy. I was very cranky for no reason in particular. You just get that way. I hated it. I went back and I watched it a second time, and I liked it more. Judith Light was great.
Oh, she was fantastic.
She was fantastic.
I feel like she was completely wasted if we don't touch on this thing, which I don't know that we will.
It was so Barenthal helped write this, if I'm correct, right?
He will only play the Punisher if he is one of their writers going forward. Great.
He just needs to work on the dialogue a little bit. That's all.
There was dialogue?
a little bit here.
What I realized that I so terribly missed from the comic books, and I don't know if I'd put it together in the previous iterations of this character, is if you've ever read a Punisher comic book, there is like the war journal style of the inner monologue.
Right.
Right, of like, I did this and this is what's driving me, and like, I get it's a comic book, right? So you need to do those things you can't emote.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I feel like that would have made this so much better to hear him, like the voiceover of him talking to himself, and it could have been him just talking to himself, right? Like with the way Curtis did in those pieces, and have him appear next to himself, like doing the conversation piece, to give it more than just a dude like grunting for half the thing. And weird that if we're gonna say this is in the time frame of Born Again season 2, that we have Karen Page as his weird not love interest, but only woman that we can associate with him for some reason, but she's clearly with Matt. But pull her into this special for reasons. I guess this was just like, hey, remember these people that were on his TV show? Look at them.
Yeah, Karen was a weird cameo, a figment of his imagination.
Right, but like, could have been his wife. That would have been more like weird, right?
Yeah.
To pull that in, and then, you know, I think my thing with it was like, it was dark for dark's sake.
That's kind of how I felt.
And besides the inner monologue piece, like, I don't buy, and they never explained why he wanted to stop. Like, he killed everybody, but when did he finish killing everybody? Like, was it like, so he broke out of this prison that he was anti and going to keep going after all these cops, totally blew that off. Said, nah, I'm good. They're going to take over New York. Fine. I don't care. Great. Because Little Sicily's, I don't know if you know, it's in New York. So this is still Fisk, right? It's not like you're mayor of Manhattan. You're mayor of New York.
Right.
So like, still Fisk land.
It's a weird time. It's a weird timeline, the way they set it up. And I think the same thing. I think they wanted to see how far can we push Disney? How far can we get? What can we get away with on screen that Disney will be like, okay, now go make a movie. Like, now you can go make something better, because there's apparently plans for something else in the works.
Yeah. But what I didn't buy with, even if he, like I said, I don't buy that he wanted to retire all of a sudden and was ready to end his life and whatever, blah, blah, blah. Again, we watched 2 seasons of that already on Netflix, so right. I didn't need a 40-minute version of a Punisher season. But like, I don't buy with the Frank Castle that I like, and the Frank Castle that we've seen, that this guy didn't have a single weapon stashed in this building you lived in. He had no preparation.
No, they were in a bag. They were in a bag. Didn't you see him? He put them all in a bag and put them behind a painting and locked it, and then left the key on the grave.
Right. That's what I don't buy. Like, that, even if he was like, there's no way that our Frank, right?
He didn't need it.
No, that's not the Punisher. Like, Punisher is the guy that has every contingency always planned for.
It was weird,
right? It's I don't know if it was. And look, there's plenty of people that loved it. More power to you. Just I don't love the character in general, so I don't really care if we get more of the character or not. I don't know that we will. Like, these special one shots haven't done shit. We haven't seen Kevin Bacon again since the one he was in.
No,
we haven't seen any of the Werewolf by Night characters, which were all great. Which there's rumors we'll get them back in, you know, but who knows when that'll happen with the rate that they're going to start making Marvel stuff, because they price themselves out of being able to be consistent. So yeah, so, you know, if you haven't watched it though, go watch the Punisher special. Let us know your thoughts.
Yeah,
happy to hear about them. And then that brings us to The Boys. So we got 1 episode left. We got a nice cameo in episode 7. Little Samuel L. Jackson.
That was great. That whole scene was great. That whole scene was great. I was so angry during this episode when he choked out Soldier Boy with a sleeper hold.
Yeah.
And then put him in the cryo. I was like, oh, okay, well, we'll see him in the finale. He'll be, no, that's it.
Supposedly.
Kripke says that Soldier Boy does not appear in the finale, that's it. Now they are doing a spinoff, The Boys Mexico. He could possibly come back then. He's definitely going to be in the Vault Rising. But we get another character death, another major character death, right? A good guy.
We do. So the episode is called the Frenchman, the Female, and the Man Called Mother's Milk. So we get a little more involved with all three of them, which if you look at the title and you know how the comic book went, this is the time in the comic book when Butcher went and killed all of them on his way to go finally kill Homelander.
Right.
Not the way they're approaching it here.
No.
So we get Frenchie to save Kimiko and Sage, exposes himself and Homelander to the uranium that they've been trying to inundate Kimiko's body with so that she can get
Soldier Boy powers.
Soldier Boy's powers, maybe?
Yes.
I don't know.
That's what they're trying to do, is they're trying to give her Soldier Boy's power.
Yeah. Which I don't know I don't know why that would be how that works.
I don't understand it. At this point, I'm hate watching this until it's over because I'm this far into it.
Yeah, it sounds like the finale based on some things I've seen early, and nobody's seen the finale yet. It'll be in the movie theaters this Tuesday.
Right.
That Kripke's like, yeah, it's gonna be a parody of a superhero show, so that it'll probably be super unsatisfying for everybody. I was like, it better not be. Like, we're not going to stick the landing on purpose. I was like, that would be awful.
That would be bad. So Polymarket is a event betting site, it looks like. You can bet on anything there. And they have you can bet on who is going to die in The Boys.
Okay.
Now we're going to cross off Firecracker and Frenchie.
Yep.
The next highest percentage
Black Noir.
people betting on this. Well, those were the top two. They were at 100%, 98%. This was updated like today. So, Homelander at 86%. You think he's going to die?
I do.
I don't. I think they're going to strip him of his powers, and he's going to have to live out the rest of his life as a normal human.
Okay.
Which would be just as bad, I think.
Are they going to send him to a nice beach somewhere so he can lounge in the sun?
Maybe he'll have a friend there. At 75%, next is The Deep, who we both think he's going to survive, right?
I do, but I think our last shot with The Deep is going to be like him, like working at like McDonald's or somewhere.
Hilarious. Next at 67% is Billy Butcher. I think he goes.
He's got to die.
Yeah.
It's who kills him is going to be the
right. Is it going to be Huey or is it going to be
Ryan?
Yeah.
Is it going to be Kimiko? Does it come full circle? Is it Ashley? Is Ashley the one that survives everything?
Well,
who's now the president of the United States, which I guess that's how the succession works. Sure.
I mean, that's when the sitting president dies, the vice president takes over until the next election, usually.
Yeah, but wasn't she only the vice president because they just randomly named her vice president?
Basically. Well, I mean, he did dissolve Congress and everything else. Homelander did.
And nut milk.
And nut milk. Sister Sage is next at 37%. I think she made it.
No, I think she's dead.
Okay. Kimiko at 28%. I think.
I think she sacrifices herself for something,
Yep.
and to the
I
point where she can't regenerate.
I think she sacrifices herself for Annie, so Annie and
Could
Huey
be.
have a happily ever after. Ashley is next at 21%. Mother's Milk at 14%. I think they both die.
I hate that we got so far away from the mother's milk
Yep.
family storyline.
Yep.
I hate how far away they got from that because that was interesting stuff, and I think they just didn't know what else to do with it.
It was. And the last few, Ryan Butcher, he's at 9%. I think he lives. Or they just don't mention him again. So this death thing has to be seen on screen or said that they're dead.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
And then the next two at 7% are Starlight, Soldier Boy, and then Huey at 5%. Huey, I think, definitely survives. I think Huey and Starlight get the happily ever after. Maybe she gets her power stripped by Kimiko, which will allow her to live with Huey into old age and die with him.
Agreed. I think Kimiko will strip Annie of her powers.
Yeah.
And she and Huey will go off. It's yeah, because in the comics he had left and gone to Scotland, where he was from, but obviously this is not Scottish Huey. So I don't know which way they'll go with where they end up. But I think
I have a game tomorrow night at like 8:30, so I'm probably either going to watch it late or not see it until Wednesday after we do the wrestling thing. So that is our thoughts on the Boys finale that we'll talk about next week for you all. Please let us know what you think. Yeah, thanks for finding the Geek Spot with us. You can check me out at Jack Kid Music. As Frank said, he has a podcast every Wednesday too that streams live on YouTube. Relevancy, where I'm sure you'll be doing an in-depth, full look at the Carano Rousey fight, as well as we'll spend as much time on that as they did. Awesome, can't wait. So make sure you go check out that show and have a happy Memorial Day weekend. Enjoy the weather if it's around you, and we will see you all next time. Yeah, man.